Hey YouTube, Matty's 812 here with Chris Bowlds. I've been talking about the YuGiOh Power 9 and how it relates to the Magic the Gathering Power 9. And Chris has been one of the more successful players coming out of the Owensboro area. Chris, what kind of credentials do you have?
I have top 8'd a Nashville Shonen Jump.
Yeah, Shonen Jump, guys. That's how long ago he played.
Lightsworn.
Yeah.
And I quickly quit after that. So that's about the time where I stopped. I've got several regional top 8s. I don't know the exact number. I've won a few of the prize cards through the Upper Deck Day at Kentucky, and I was highly ranked Kentucky player.
Okay.
That's about it.
And you've been playing before you stepped away from the game and started playing Magic for a while, which is another one of the reasons why I feel like you're a good candidate for this conversation, because you do have experience with Magic the Gathering. But before you stepped away, you had played for a good while, and you had a chance to play with all of what are considered to be the overpowered cards. So, as a high-level experienced player from the past, I guess, what is your Power 9?
All right, I ended up picking 9. There are several that can be added or subtracted. Some of these are more universal than others. I think the best card ever printed is Pot of Greed, just because it's a free card, essentially, and there's no drawback to playing it. It can be countered, but what can't? And so it is, in my opinion, the most pure, good card.
Good card, fair enough.
So I rank it tops.
Okay.
These other cards, I think these two monsters, since they have such a short lifespan, they just have to do something incredible to impact the game. And
all right, what two do you have?
I picked Yada because one successful attack with Yada can win you the game, and he is immune to numerous removal spells because he will go back to your hand. He can just end the game.
He can just Yada lock. Yes. Google that. Look that up.
So there are situations where he wins the game with one attack, and that's good enough.
Sure.
Yes.
And the next monster?
Next monster is Chaos Emperor Dragon, because he can. Well, one, he wipes the field completely, and in the process, he can deal 8,000 points of damage potentially. Now, not very hard to do that either with him. So, on his own, he can win the game as well.
Awful lot of spells sitting down there.
Yes, an awful lot of spells, and that would probably take me to that next card, Imperial Order, because it counters these incredible spells, and it can be turned off at your discretion. It can completely control the game. It can shut an opponent out. It can also shut you out at the same time, but it's worth the price of paying at your convenience to turn it off. Regeki and Feather Duster are one-sided sweep spells that are free, so they, in my opinion, qualify as a Power 9.
No cost and no real drawback.
Yes. I personally think Charity is better than Painful Choice. They're both unbelievable combo enablers. I just think Charity can be used in more decks. Not saying that Painful Choice isn't used in essentially every deck either, but Painful Choice is better as a combo enabler. They both allow you to filter unbelievably well and manipulate the graveyard.
Painful Choice allows you to thin by 5. Graceful Charity actually lets you see 3.
Yes.
You actually have the option of the 3.
Yes. Yes. So there are situations where one is better than the other, but they're both amazing in their own right.
Fair enough.
And then Delinquent Duo is the anti-Pot of Greed, in my opinion. It nets you a card when card advantage matters at the cost of 1,000 life points, which is just a very low price to pay. And the fact that one of them is random can essentially cripple an opponent at any time without them allowing any sort of way to combat it. So that is my Power 9.
Now, one quick question. The Delinquent Duo, we have so many other hand destruction cards, if you would, Forceful Sentry and Confiscation. Why is Delinquent Duo so much better than, say, Forceful Sentry that has no cost?
Forceful Sentry, I think, is better than Confiscation, just because, one, it has no cost, yeah, you're right, and two, it allows you to hit the deck, which is harder to filter through than actions involving the graveyard. I just think Delinquent Duo is a bit stronger because it played on an opening turn. It strips your opponent of 2 resources without them allowing to combat at all. And Forceful Sentry, while it can take whatever you want, it's still it itself trades for itself, whereas Delinquent Duo, you're essentially up 1.
Yeah, Forceful Sentry is always a 1-for-1, where Delinquent Duo is a plus.
Yes, and I would rather open with this card than I would Forceful Sentry.
Fair enough.
I would rather open with both, but if I had to choose, I would take Delinquent Duo.
All right. Any last words you want to say about your Power 9? No. All right, guys. Remember, I've started this. This is not to end the conversation of Power 9. This is more to start the conversation of Power 9. So if you guys have an opinion on what your Power 9 is, make sure you make a response video. And like always, guys, we appreciate it. Subscribe, comment down below. Just show us how much you love us.
Secret rare first edition. That's my comment.